Hello everybody, Joe Locklear here. I want to show you a home that is available for sale. The location is 345 40th Street West. Let's take a look. We'll go through a slideshow. This is the front of the property. It's kind of a close-up. There are a few palmettos over here that need to be cut back. Nothing serious, so it does need a little cleaning up of the lot. We'll step back. Here is another view. This is on a dead-end street, by the way, and this street ends right over here. It ends in a city-owned property, and that city-owned property is a walkway and a bike path. Makes it an excellent location, very private, very quiet, and you know the AC is still sitting here, and it's been there through the entire repo process. This is a Fannie Mae repo. So it is a a very, very good rental location. It's in the Pearl Court area, which, as those of you that know me know, it's one of my favorite areas. So this is sitting back a little bit. Truck does not go with it. Here's the kitchen. It is a plastic laminate kitchen in very good condition. Needs a little cleanup. You take a little lacquer thinner and this will clean up just like brand new. That's what you clean plastic laminate with. And then it needs a black toe kick. And then maybe just a little minor recaulk, not much. The kitchen is an excellent kitchen. As you can see, it's a U-shape and it's in excellent condition. Now this particular home appears to me to be to have been lived in by an owner-occupant. The remodeling that's been done is a higher quality than you see with a rental property, and you'll see that as we go through this video. It is a very good property, very well done. Here's another picture of the kitchen showing the range hood. This is the kitchen floor. It could use cleaning, but that's about it, in excellent condition. This is the master bath. Now, there's a bedroom over here. You walk through the bedroom into this master bath. And what's impressive about this master bath is the tile work. It is professional tile work, and I've done and seen a lot of tile work. I recognize a pro's work when I see it. It's very well done, very neat, and the entire inside of the shower is tiled all the way up to about 4 foot high, the entire bathroom. And this is an L-shaped bathroom, and there's nothing in the bathroom that needs to be done. It is very, very good condition. This is an addition to the main house, and you can tell it was a quality addition. Here's a picture of the other part of the L. Toilets over here, showers over here on the left, and this is an L-shaped vanity. It's in very good condition. And then this is a storage closet. So really, the master bath is excellent, in excellent condition. It's tiled, very nice tile shower, and it's very spacious. Here's another picture. This is looking from the area where the toilet is. This is the hall bath. Again, an excellent bath. I mean, I'm really impressed with the tile work. And it has a vanity. Here is your tub. All of it in excellent condition. There's another picture. This is the front porch. When I showed you the first picture, we're standing out here looking at the front. Now you're in the front porch. It needs new vinyl down here or ceramic tile if that's what you wanted to do. And or you could just pull this out and paint it with a floor enamel because it is a front porch. All of these windows open and they surround to make it a very, very nice porch. Another picture of the front porch. This is another picture of the bath, which shows the tub a little better. As you can see, the nice tile work here. This is the living room. When you come in the front door, this needs to be cleaned. There is a spot here. If we have trouble cleaning it, we've got some carpet in the closet that we could splice into here if we need to. Very, very nice, spacious front room. Nice entry door. It also has a side light. This door is hiding it, but behind this door is a nice side light. All the trim is wood stained. And you get little hints when you look at a property like this to know it was an owner occupant and probably not a renter that was here when it was renovated. For example, it has wood toilet seats and it has them in both bathrooms. Generally in a rental, you're not going to do that. And the quality of the doors and the trim and the things in this house, especially the tile work, show me, and the kitchen, that it was probably an owner occupant in this house. This is the same living room, just looking from the other end. There is a formal dining room. This, I believe, this is one of the bedrooms. Okay, this isn't the formal dining room here, even though there is one. I mean, you can tell I love this house. I'm really impressed with it. In fact, I hope you don't buy it, because I will go do one of my 984 programs and keep this house in a New York second. So it is very, very rentable and a desirable home. Another picture of a bedroom. This is the master bedroom. You walk in from here. This is bedroom 3 over here. It's paneled very nicely. There's an exit here, and you walk in and you have a nice mirrored bifold. It does have a broken glass here. I would just replace that entire window. Nice trim, nice carpet. And this is bedroom 3. It's paneled. It's a nice paneling, bright. This window, I mean, this house has newer windows, very bright and airy. It's an excellent, you get an excellent feel when you walk in the house. It's bright, it's airy, not a lot of foot traffic or any traffic near the home. Just a place I could live here and be very comfortable with no problem. Another picture of the 3rd bedroom. It has some built-ins here with the paneling. I mean, aren't those nice windows? This is the laundry. Of course, you never put vinyl in a laundry room because they will tear it. I would take this up, paint in there with floor enamel. Here is your water heater. It's piped in copper. So you have a nice indoor laundry. This is another picture of the master bedroom. This is just showing you the quality of the doors. The interior doors are solid pine doors, stained. This is the inside air conditioning unit. This is the panel. The home has been, I can't say every little thing was rewired, but it has a brand new service. And that service, when I say brand new, it could have been there a couple of years, but it's a modern service. It hasn't been very long that they have required the main breakers on the exterior, and this one has that. So this home has been updated. Okay, this is the side. This is the window I showed you. This is actually the rear. There's a shed here that I would repair and leave. I put some money in the pro forma for that, which we'll go over. And this is the other side. This is the electric service. As you see, it is the ones that they now require. This is a separate breaker over here. It has a weather head that goes up high enough to clear the driveway. So you don't have to worry about that on this house. That's been taken care of. This is the side here. You've got one little piece of plywood to replace here. The condenser is still there. It does need new copper run to it, and it needs 2 valves. I've already had an estimate on that. And this needs a new door on the shed. So that basically shows you what's going on with the home. This is just another view, a little closer up. And back to the beginning. Okay, we've looked at the home. Let's take a look at the numbers, because the home is impressive. The numbers are really impressive. Those of you that have not purchased your first home, your first investment home, this would be an excellent choice. Now, this is not the type of home that you want to buy to refinance. It's the type of home, it's priced low enough. I would buy it cash. You could buy it in your IRA or just with cash savings. But, I do not suggest it for one that you're going to go refi, because it's going to appraise. I have no idea where. Could be as low as 30, could be as high as 50. So this really is best suited for an IRA investment or a cash buyer. Let's look at the renovation that's needed. I've got some yard work, pressure washing, and I'm not going to go over every number. I basically just want to go down the list and show you what we're doing there. That's that piece of siding we saw. That's some skirting that was laying over that needs to be perhaps a little bit of it replaced and put back in place. The rear steps are very old and looks like they've never been replaced. They need to be replaced with a new landing. We'll touch up the exterior paint, clean foam, and install 2 tiles under the range. There is, that's under the range. They just didn't do a real good detail job. So I want to go in there, and I think we've got some extra tiles. If not, we'll match it. 2 of the tiles I want to replace, and there's some crappy looking foam there that needs to come out. As you can see, that's a $56 item. Recaulk the kitchen counters just to make them almost perfect. I'd put pulls on the cabinet. I don't like the cabinet pulls that are there. So I would add some, and I'd just put a plain white plastic pull. Paint under the 3 sink cabinets. These are little trim items. Paint the cabinet toe black. Just clean the cabinets in the tops. You have 1 window sash to replace, so I guess I didn't have the entire window, just the sash. Okay, underneath, plumb the water heater drain through the floor. If you go HUD, which you certainly could on this house, you have to have that plumbed through the floor, small item. Fan blades, install new bulbs. So just tighten the fan blades, check them out, and put new bulbs in them. I don't like ceiling fans in rentals, but if they're there, I will leave them. Clean the carpet. You need to re-stretch it. It's stretched a little bit. You need to get a few wrinkles out. Spot cleaner in a couple of spots. This is the vinyl on the front porch and in the laundry to be replaced. Again, I would really consider floor paint there. It'd be a little cheaper, and I think it would hold up better. I don't like vinyl. Now, service the HVAC. I've got $500 in there to service the HVAC. Since then, I've gotten an estimate at $400, but we'll leave the $500 in. Interior paint just needs some touch up. And I'm pretty heavy in the interior paint. You could paint a couple or 3 rooms if you had to in this budget. New locks. Repair or demo the shed. You can choose to tear it down or to fix it. I probably would fix it. I went out there again yesterday, and I think I'd fix it. There's a section on the rear roof. The roof is not old, but somebody evidently must have been a tree limb hit it or something. They went up there and did a patch job that I don't like. So we're going to go up there and we're going to spend some money and make sure that rear roof is in a condition that's going to last you a long time. Okay, I put $1,000 in for that. You need to repipe the water only. Okay, it was either copper or PVC. Right now, whatever it was is gone. I think it might have been copper, but we're going to repipe it in CPVC, and that'll be a complete repipe. And so we've got the money in there for that, about $600. And then I usually throw in $500 just in case. So if you look at the total, my cost on the renovation is estimated at $63.85. So that's what I feel it can be done for. You may want to do it yourself. If you want to hire our company to do it, then we would mark it up 20%, and your total would be about $7,600 for the cost of I don't even want to call it rehab, because it's not really a rehab. It's just getting all the deferred maintenance done on this property and getting it in a condition that is going to give you years and years of very good service as a high cash flow rental. Okay, speaking of high cash flow, let's look at the pro forma. This house is available to you for $28,900. Go back and look at the first part of this video. That is an unbelievable bargain for that quality, or this quality of a house. This is not a raggedy house. This is a very comfortable house. 2 really nice baths, formal dining room, wraparound kitchen with nice cabinets. Good roof. The roof looks new from the street, and it really is, newer upgraded electric service. You'll have it repiped. This is an excellent property to invest in. But let's look at the numbers here. $28,900. I bought this house right, and I'm passing it on at a very good price. Rehab cost $76.63. That includes a contractor markup. I throw $1,000 in for insurance and closing cost. I'm putting the ARV at 50, but I have no idea. It's well worth 50 or more based on cash flow. I don't know where it's going to appraise it for. Therefore, I'm going to caution you. If you're looking for something to go and refinance and use a Fannie Mae loan, this isn't the house for you. But it is the house to go in as a cash investor and put your cash in here and get an excellent return. This home is nice enough too. It's in Pearl Court, pretty decent rental area, and I think that you could resell this home eventually. Let values come up, and in 5 years you might sell this home for $60,000, $70,000. So I think it's an excellent property, exceptionally so for a first-time investment, because this is about as safe as it gets. Okay, I'm putting the rent at $800. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, very spacious. $800 is very fair rent in this area for a 3-2, and especially a nice one. I don't have anything in the loan to value because, I'm just advising that you just buy it cash. Okay, and your basis in this property would be about $37,500. Now, that's less than our 50% rule. If you're in at 50% of the rent plus $5,000, that's a good investment. You're in, forget the $5,000, you're in for less than 50% of the rent. So, I mean, you are really in this property right. And it's, boy, you know what? I'm talking myself out of wanting to sell this one. I really am. So basically, your year one cash flow, you invest $37,500. This says $38 because you will have to put new appliances in. So let's say you're in with your appliances at $38,500. Your cash flow is about $529 a month. Let's look at the breakdowns. I put a management fee in here, assuming that you'd pay a manager. I put 5% vacancy and 5% reserve. So there's 10% right off the top. I put the actual tax as $51 a month, and I put in $60 for property insurance. Okay, what this results in is a net operating income, here are all your expenses, of $529 cash in your pocket every month on a $38,000 investment. That equals a return on investment the first year, cash on cash, of 16.5%. That is fantastic. Investors all over the nation are scrambling to buy houses that return 12%, and a lot of those houses aren't this nice. This really is a very, very good cash investment. And if you look at, this is just basically 10 years projected out. I'll let you look at that yourself, but it begins in year one at really year one here at 529. At the end of year one, 540. That's based on a 5% inflation ratio. Goes up to $670 a month, which your return really goes up. The key to this is, this house would be paid for, and this is income for the rest of your life. So, it is a very sound investment. I'd really like to get, see one of my students get this, because this is a good one. This is a very, very good house. In fact, this video may never hit the market. One of my best friends really wants this house, but he's having to move some IRA monies around, and he may not be able to do it. So I'm doing this just in case. So if you see this video, this basically was sold. The only reason you're seeing it is because he had an IRA problem and wasn't able to get the money in time to close. So I would suggest, if you want this one, that you do move very quickly. As you see, I'm experimenting around a little bit with my presentation. I've got kind of a little big screen here so I can speak to you one-on-one, but really there's nothing left to say. This is an exceptional investment. It is an exceptional home. In my opinion, it's the kind I like to keep. This one is a keeper. So if you have $37,000, $38,000 to invest, whether you have it personally or it's in your IRA, I would jump on this deal. It is it's just totally solid all the way around. You go out and look at this home. You give me a call, shoot me an email. My cell phone is 904-813-9526. Email me, joelocklear@gmail.com. I'll tell you how I can get you inside, and I would not hesitate on this one. This is one you want to look at quickly. Okay, guys, thanks for looking. Joe Locklear here, and I'll catch you on the next house.